In this video, we are going to solve P2 October-November 2019 paper 2-1. We have solved up till question number 5 part B. So, question number 5 part C and onward will be solved in this video. Question number 5 part C is solve 2x over x plus 4 plus 6 over x minus 1 equals 2. Okay, we have an algebraic equation with fractional terms over here. So, take LCM in this case. X plus 4 and x minus 1 will be the LCM. Now, x plus 4 and x plus 4, the like terms will be cancelled. X plus 4 will be cancelled with x plus 4, we will be left with x minus 1. So, multiply x minus 1 with 2x, one of the process of taking the LCM, plus x minus 1 and x minus 1 now will be cancelled, x plus 4 will be left behind, x plus 4 will be multiplied with 6. So, 6 multiplied by x plus 4. So, 2x into x is 2x square, 2x into minus 1 is minus 2x, plus 6 into x is 6x and 6 into 4 is 24 over x plus 4 into x minus 1 equals 2. Now, we can move these two brackets on the right side and we can simplify here in the numerator. So, 2x square will be as it is, 2x square minus 2x plus 6x is plus 4x plus 24 equals 2. 2 multiplied by x plus 4 and x minus 1, x plus 4 and x minus 1. Now, on the left side we have 2x square plus 4x plus 24, while on the right side you need to multiply the brackets. X into x, keep 2 outside, x into x is x square, x into minus 1 is minus x, 4 into x is 4x and 4 into minus 1 is minus 4. So, it will be 2x square plus 4x plus 24 equals 2x square minus x plus 4x is plus 3x minus 4. Further simplification for this is required. Left side will be same, right side will be 2x square plus 6x minus 8. 2 will be multiplied inside the bracket with all the terms. Now, combine the like terms, 2x square this one and 2x square from this side of equation will come on here and its sign will be changed, it will be minus 2x square plus 4x and this one is 6x. When you will move it on the left side, it will become minus 6x plus 24, this one and 8 on the right side will be coming on the left side, it will become plus 8 equals 0. Now, from here this will be cancelled, 4x minus 6x is minus 2x plus 8 and 24 is 32 equals to 0. Now, I am doing it at the top over here. Now, from here you can do minus 2x equals minus 32, this 32 will go on the right side and x will be equal to minus 32 over minus 2. So, x will be equal to 16. So, this will be the answer for this part. Question number 6 is there are the first 4 patterns in a sequence made using counters. So, pattern 1, pattern 2, 3 and 4. So, pattern number is 1 and number of counters are 3. Then we have pattern number 2 and counters are 8. Then we have pattern number 3 and counters are now 15. So, what is the difference in the number of counters of the first 2 patterns? The difference is 5. Then the difference in the next 2 counters mean pattern number 2 and pattern number 3, the difference in counters are 7. Then in the next 2, if you will observe, this is a sequence, difference of 5, then this difference of 7, then in the next 2 patterns there must be difference of 9, 5, 7 and difference should be 9. So, 15 plus 9 is 24 and in the next 2 patterns the difference must be equal to 11 according to this sequence. So, 24 plus 11 is 35. So, this will be the answer. Now, the part B of this question is find an expression in terms of n for the number of counters in pattern number n. We have pattern number 1, we have 3 counters, in 2 we have 8 counters. Now in pattern number n we have to derive an expression for that. Now this expression satisfies all these patterns, mean when you use n equal to 1, when n is 1 for pattern number 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 into 1 is 3. So when you will use n1 you will get 3 patterns, so it is correct for this one. When you will use n2 here and here for pattern number 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. So you are also, it is correct for this one. Similarly, you will observe that this pattern, this expression is correct for all the patterns, hence this will be the expression for pattern number n. The part C says Ken has a bag containing 1358 counters. He makes the largest possible pattern in the sequence and that pattern is pattern P using these counters. Find the value of P. Now we know that the expression for nth pattern is n into n plus 2. Now for P pattern, in place of n you will use P. Like for pattern number 1 we used 1 here in place of n and I got number of counters. So when you will use P in place of n, you will get number of counters in pattern P and the number of counters in pattern P will be 1358 as he makes largest possible pattern P using these counters. Now solve it. P into P square, P into 2 2P and moving 1358 on the left side. Now this is a quadratic equation and in this you can find the value of P using quadratic formula, minus B plus minus under root B square minus 4AC divided by 2A, where A is coefficient of P square which is 1, B is coefficient of P which is 2 and C is constant minus 1358. So solving this you will get this value in square root 5436 and taking square root you will get 73.72. Pattern you will consider positive value of 73.72. So minus 2 plus 73.72 divided by 2 will give you P rounded off value. Obviously it will be 35. However, the answer of this one is 30 point something. So you will consider P equal to 35 and that is the value of P. The next part for this question is that he uses all the remaining counters. Now what are the remaining counters? Now the value of P, pattern number P was 35 and what are the number of counters used in pattern P? Number of counters in pattern P were, according to the expression n into n plus 2, the formula for nth pattern. So you can find number of counters in P pattern using this formula by simply putting n equal to 35 because pattern P is equal to 35. So 35 plus 35 plus 2 will give you 1295. Now these are the counters in pattern P. However, total counters were 1358. So the counters left after using 1295 counters in pattern P, simply subtract both of them, the counters left will be 63. Now these remaining counters which are 63, they are used in another pattern in the sequence and that pattern is pattern Q. Now for pattern Q we will use the expression for nth term and here considering the nth term as Q. So Q plus 2 which is this formula. Now putting the value of Q, the value of pattern number in this one, you can get number of counters according to the expression. So when you will use Q in place of n, you will get total number of counters in pattern Q which are equal to counters left, that is 63. Now you can convert it into a quadratic equation, Q into Q square, Q into 2, 2Q, 63 comes over here, it will be minus 63. Now you can do midterm break and you will get two values. So ignore the negative value, the positive value for Q will be 7. So answer for Q is 7. Question number 7, 2019 October November paper 2. PQRS are points on a circle. PQRS, PXR is a straight line, QXS is a straight line. These two are straight lines. Show that the triangle PQX, PQX and SRX, these two triangles are similar. We have to show that. Now if you observe angle PXQ, angle PXQ and angle RXS, they are vertically opposite angles formed here by the intersection of these two lines. So they are vertically opposite. One reason is that QSR and QPX, they are angles in the same segment. Now if you observe this arc, now this arc forms angle QPX and the same arc forms angle QSR. So they both are angles in the same segment. And the third one is PQX and SRX. Now these both are again the angles in the same segment formed by arc PS. That is, from PS, PQX is being formed, and from the same arc PRS is being formed, SRX. So they are angles in the same segment, hence these two triangles are similar. In part number B, they have given us PX 8.1 centimeter, QX equals to 6.3 centimeter, SX equal to 4.5 centimeter, and they have asked us to find RX. Now because PQX and SRX are similar, which means ratio of corresponding sides must be same. That is, the ratio of RX to QX, the ratio of RX to QX must be same as the ratio of SX over PX, this one, because these two triangles are similar. We know the value of QX, which is 6.3, we know the value of SX 4.5, we know the value of PX, which is 8.1, and we have to find the value of RX. Now from here you can find the value of RX by simplification, and that will be 3.5. Now the part 2 of this is find the ratio of area of triangle PQX to area of triangle PSX. Now we have to go to the diagram PQS, PQX and PSX. Now these two triangles are not similar, PQX and PSX, they are not similar. However, the area of triangle is half base into height. So if we draw a line which is perpendicular to this one, then for triangle PSX, it will be half, base is SX and height is, suppose this is anything like A, height is PA. Now this is area of triangle PSX, and area of triangle PQX will be again half. Now base is QX and height is this one, from this vertex to line, if we extend the base, making an angle of 90 over here, so PA. Now when you will take the ratio of PQX to PSX, mean divide them, 1 over 2 will be cancelled, PA will be cancelled, so QX over SX will be the required ratio, QX over SX. So moving towards the solution. Now from here, QX over SX, QS over SX, now QX is 6.3 and SX is 4.5, it is given. Now we can remove the decimal in numerator and denominator, so 63 over 45 will be simplified as 7/5. Now this will be your answer. Now I just want to make one thing clear over here, that 6.3 is value of qx given in the previous part. Now qx here is 6.3 and sx is 4.5. Now you can cancel this decimal. We have one digit after the decimal in numerator as well as denominator. So 63/45 will be the answer for this one, and simplification will be 7:5. In question number 8, we have been given a rectangle and there is a triangle which is not shaded. However, this part is shaded in the rectangle. Basically, the dimension given was that the rectangle, this rectangle has an area of 80 centimeter square. Triangle PCQ, PCQ, this triangle is removed from one corner of rectangle. Now this triangle is removed from one corner. BQDP, BQDP is 4. So I have written 4 over here, and AB is x. Now A to B, we have got this as x, this is given. Now if this is x, then this is x, and if this is x and if this is 4, then this is x minus 4. Now in the same way, we have to basically write down an expression in terms of x for CP. Now we have already written over here that CP is equal to x minus 4. As I have told you that this total is x, this is 4, so total is x, and this is 4, so this will be x minus 4. Now in part B, they have asked us that explain why CQ is 80 over x minus 4 centimeter. Now this side, because area is 80, now area of rectangle is 80 and area is equal to length multiplied by width in case of a rectangle. So 80 is equal to length, suppose it is x as given over here, and width we don't know, this one, you may call it width or height. So width or height, this one will be equal to 80 over x, which means this side is 80 over x, this total, according to the formula of area of rectangle. Now if this total is 80 over x and this one is 4, so if total is 80 over x and this one is 4, then from here to here we have got 80 over x minus 4. Out of total length you will subtract this one, so you will get this one. Now CQ is 80 over x minus 4 centimeter. So C part says show that the shaded area y centimeter square is given by this equation y is equal to 32 plus 2x plus 160 over x. So shaded area was this one, and the area of rectangle minus area of triangle will give us the shaded area. Now area of rectangle is x multiplied by 80 over x. This is area of rectangle, x multiplied by 80 over x, minus area of triangle, which is 1 by 2 into base 80 over x minus 4 into height, which is x minus 4. Now simplify this one, x and this x will be cancelled in the denominator, and in the numerator 80 will be the answer over here. In this case minus 1 over 2. Now 80 over x minus 4 into x minus 4, this is area of triangle. We have to subtract it from area of rectangle, which was x into 80 over x. On simplification it became 80. Now from here you can take the LCM in this bracket. So if x is the LCM in the denominator, suppose, then 80 minus 4x will be in numerator, x will be multiplied with 4 into x minus 4. Now divide 2, 80 divided by 2 is 40 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this will be the answer if 2 will be dividing both these terms. Now you have to take LCM again. We have x in the denominator and we have 1 over here. So taking x as the LCM, x will be multiplied with 80, it will be 80x minus, put a bracket so that sign will not change, 40x. When you will take LCM x over here, it will become 40x minus, okay, we are multiplying it. 40 into x is 40x, 40 into 4 is 160, 2x into x is 2x square, and 2x into 4 is 8x. We have multiplied these two terms 40 minus 2x and x minus 4 with each other to get this one, divided by x, which was LCM. Now when you will open the bracket, so sign will change. When you will open the bracket, it will become minus 40x minus plus 160 minus plus 2x square minus 8x. 80x minus 40x is 40x and 40x minus 8x is 32x plus 160 plus 2x square over x. Now divide each term by x. 32x over x is 32, 160 over x is 160 over x, 2x square over x is 2x. Now this is the same expression which they have asked us to derive. I just need to explain it over here once again to clarify the things. We divided 80 and 4 by 2, we get this one. Then we multiplied these two brackets to get this one, and simultaneously I have taken LCM. Here we have x in the denominator, here we have 1. So x into 80 is 80x, and 1 into these two brackets is the same result. So then simplification is as it is. So this is the answer. We have proven this equation. Okay, the part D for this question says that you have been given a table and you have to complete the table for y is equal to 32 plus 2x plus 160 over x. Okay, now you have got you need to basically fill this value. This was not given over here. However, I have found out this. I have obtained this value. How I have obtained this value? You know the value of x, and x is 16 over here. So use x equal to 16, where x needs to be replaced by 16, and you will get y equal to 74. Now in the next part, on the grid draw the graph of y equals 32 plus 2x plus 160 over x, and the range is you need to draw the graph from x greater than equal to 4 to x less than 20. Now if you will draw this graph, you will use the values of x from the table, this one. Now from 4 to 20 you need to plot this graph. Now when x is 4, y is 80. If you will look on this graph, when x is 4 this point, y is 80, this one, our first point. Now when x is from the table, the second value of x is 6. When x is 6, y is 70.7. So when x is 6, y is 70.7, as from the table y is 70.7. Okay, when x is 6, y is 70.7. Now this is 70, this is 71. So 70.7 will be something like here, the second point. Okay. Similarly, you can plot all these points. The third point is when x is 8, y is 68. So go on your graph. When x is 8, y is 68, this one. Similarly, you can plot these points according to the given data, and you can join these points by a smooth curve. The curve should be smooth. I will try my best to make it as smooth as possible. Okay, so this will be approximate curve for the graph. It should be smooth over here. So let me make another try to have it in a proper way, like this, a better one. So when x was 8, y was 68, just need to confirm this, x is 8, so y is 68. Okay, when x is 8, y is 68. Now this one is your curve. They have asked us to draw a curve for the given data, so this one will be the required curve. Now in the next point, they have asked us To use your graph to find the minimum possible shaded area. You need to find minimum possible shaded area. Now again going back to the curve, this was our curve. Now the minimum point is this one where y is minimum, and when y is minimum against y at this minimum point on the graph, this is the minimum point, find the value of x. Now at this point x is approximately 8.8, at minimum y on the graph x is 8.8. So I am going to use this x in the expression in the equation for area, this value of x against minimum value of y on the graph, that is x equals to 8.8. So when x is 8.8, the value of x against the minimum value of y from the graph, you will find that your area will be 67.7 using the equation for the area from here, this one. Use x 8.8, so y equal to 32 plus 2 into 8.8 plus 160 over 8.8. So you will find that your value for area, minimum area, will be 67.7 approximately. This is approximate value for your area in this case. In question number 9, they have given us a diagram, and in this diagram they have told us that this shows position of three forms A, B and C. There are three forms on horizontal ground. Form B is on a bearing of 125 degree. B is at a bearing of 125 degree from A. AB, BC and AC are given. We have to show that BAC is 44. We have to show that. Now using law of cosine, cos BAC is equal to AB square plus AC square minus BC square over 2AB into AC. We know the value of AB, which is 950, AC is 520, BC is 680. AB and AC we have just inserted the values of the sides given, and upon simplification you will get cos BAC equal to 0.7191 and cos inverse 7.91 will give you BAC, which is equal to 44.01. Here I have used the law of cosine. This is one of the form of law of cosine. Now you can use this as CB square, this one, equals to AB square plus AC square minus 2 AB AC into AC and cos of BAC. CB square is equal to AB square plus AC square minus 2 AC cos BAC, and you can convert it into this form in this part. In part number B of the same question, question number 9, they have asked us to find bearing of A from C. Bearing of A from C. Now the word from C is important. We are going to draw a north at C because we have to measure bearing of A from C. So draw a north at C, this one, and move in clockwise direction until you touches the line going from C to A, because we have to measure bearing of A from C. So we have to touch the line that is joining A and C. Now this is 180, this part, half a circle, this is 180, and this angle is same, like here, two vertical lines, a north over here and a north over here, like this, a north over here and a north over here, and this transversal line, this one. So this angle and this angle is same. So this total angle is 125 plus 44, 125 plus 44, and this is 180. So this will be 125 plus 44, this one. So your total angle will be 349 in this case. Okay, this is part D of question number 9. Part D, I am just explaining the statement over here. I will do part C after that. Now part D says that there is a helicopter exactly above B, and the angle of elevation of the helicopter from point A is 10.7. So this is the angle of elevation, 10.7, angle of elevation of helicopter from point A, and this is vertical. This is vertical, helicopter is right vertical above B, so it is H. So this will be of 90 obviously, because if this is a horizontal, if these lines are on horizontal ground, then if you will draw a vertical line over there, the angle between vertical and horizontal will be 90. Now this is a right triangle, and tan 10.7 will be equal to perpendicular over base. So perpendicular is H and base is 950. So H, the height of helicopter, will be 179.504. Now they have asked us to find angle of elevation of the helicopter from C. Now this will be the angle of elevation of the helicopter from C, this one. Now you need to find this one, this is theta, and you know this is 680, and this height is now known, and it is 179.504. Now tan theta or tan C, you may call it, tan C is perpendicular over base, 179.504 over 680. From here you can find C by taking tan inverse of these values. So your answer for C will be 14.78 degree. Okay, this is part number C for question number 9. Form A and B are joined by a straight track AB. I will go into the diagram. Amira walks along the track from A and the speed is 4.6 km per hour. She starts from A. You have to find the time it takes for Amira to walk from A to the point that is closest to form C. Okay, now looking at the diagram, if we have a look at the diagram, okay, now this is the diagram. In this diagram, Amira starts from A and she moves at a speed of 4.6 km per hour, and we have to find the time when she is closest to C, and for that you need to draw a perpendicular from C to AB, because this perpendicular is the closest distance of AB from C. Now we know that AC is 520 and we know that this angle is 44. We have done this in part number 1, A part of this question. Now this is a right triangle. We know the speed, we need to find the time. So speed is distance over time. We know speed, we don't know the distance when she will reach at this point, and this point is closest to C because this is perpendicular distance. So this distance can be obtained using cos 44 is base is AE. Let's suppose this point is called E, base over hypotenuse, AE over 520. From here AE, this distance which Amira walks till she is closest to point C, this distance is 374. Now we need to find the time, which is distance over speed. Distance is 374 and speed is 4.6 but in kilometers. However, this distance is in meters. So convert kilometer into meter by multiplying with 1000. 4.6 into 1000 give you 4600. Divide them, so you will get answer in hours, because this is in hours, and whatever will be the answer, this one, it will be in hours. Multiply it with 60, you will get answer in minutes. Now multiply this decimal part by 60, you will get your answer in minutes and seconds. So your answer will be 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Okay, this is question number 10, and we have been given a grid. The question is, the part 1 is you have to find the distance between the point P and Q. So first of all, write down the coordinates of P, which is -4 and -3, and coordinates of Q are 3 and 5. Now from here, distance formula is this one, y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square, this one, and y2 is 5 minus y1 is -3. So basically 5 minus -3 will give you 8. So this is 8 square, the result of y2 minus y1, and the result of x2 minus x1 will be 3 minus -4, which is 7. So y2 minus y1 square plus x2 minus x1 square will give you, under when you will take square root, after summation of 8 square and 7 square, take square root. So your distance will be 10.6 for this part. In part number B of question number 10, they have asked us to find gradient of this line. The line is L and you have to find the gradient of this line. Now take 2 points on the line. This one, I have taken this one. You can choose any other combination, but I have taken this one whose coordinates are 1, 0. And the second point is this one whose coordinates are -5 and 2. Now first of all, find the gradient, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 1 minus -5 is 1 plus 5. So -2 over 6 will give you -1 over 3 gradient. Now using this equation, you can find equation of this line y minus y1. So I have taken this as y1 here. So y1 is 0 is equal to m minus 1 over 3, x minus x1 is 1. So from here you can move 3 over here, 3 will be multiplied with y, it will become 3y is equal to minus 1 into x minus 1 into -1 plus 1. So move x on left side, it will become 3y plus x equal to 1, which was basically the question. This one show that the equation of the line L is 3y plus x equal to 1 is hence proved. In the last part of this question, they have asked us to find the gradient of a line M which is passing through P, and this line M passing through P is perpendicular to line L, right, like this. We have to find its equation and we have to express its equation in y is equal to mx plus c form. So the gradient of line L was -1 over 3. This was the gradient of line L. Because line L and M are both perpendicular to each other, so formula for two lines when they are perpendicular, so the if gradient of this line is m2 and gradient of line M is m1, so m1 when you will multiply the gradient of line M and line L, mean m1 gradient of line M into m2 gradient of line L. So your product should be equal to -1 for perpendicular lines. Now from here m1, which is gradient of line M, is equal to -1 over m2 gradient of line L, and that is -1 over 3. So minus and minus will be cancelled and 3 will be moved on in the numerator. So m1 mean gradient of line M is 3, like here. I have used gradient of this line M equal to 3. Now point P has coordinates -4, -3, -4, -3. So y minus y1, y1 is -3, however minus will become +3 equal to m gradient of this line M is 3 as obtained here. X minus x1, this is minus will become plus. So 3 into x is 3x, 3 into 4 is 12. Move this 3 over here, it will be subtracted from 12. So gradient, sorry, equation for line m in the form y is equal to mx plus c is y is equal to 3x plus 9. So that is all about this paper 2019 October November P2 paper 2-1. If you have any question, you can do comment and keep watching, because I will upload as many papers from the past papers of O levels as much as I can. Thank you so much.